Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, the Higher Heart Warrior channel. Today's messages are inspired by Jupiter, the planet. Today, Thursday, is associated with the planet Jupiter as well as the god Zeus, or Thor. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's get into the messages from Jupiter. I did also have a channeled message, but I will read that out once I get the piles. So for your pile selectors, we're gonna do 4 piles. Pile 1, messages from Jupiter. Pile 2, messages from Jupiter. Pile 3, messages from Jupiter. Pile 4. Is there a pile 4? Pile 4. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna get some herbal astrology oracle cards. Pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. Pile 4. Okay. Also, I am channeling Reiki energy into this reading to help you align with the abundance that Jupiter has in store for you. So the timeline or the choices that'll help you get to the abundance, your most abundant timeline, your most abundant self. We're going to move on because that doesn't want to come out. So, pile 1, messages from Jupiter. Pile 2, messages from Jupiter. Pile 3, messages from Jupiter. Okay. Pile 4, pile 4. All right. Now we go here. Messages from Jupiter. Pile 1. Messages pile 2. Messages from Jupiter. Pile 3. Oh, so with this deck that I was just shuffling, the cards didn't seem to want to come out, so I moved on. And then with this deck, they're like flying out. So that could be a message for somebody here of like, don't try to force things. If you see that something isn't going smoothly, then put it aside for the time being and go back to it when you're not as attached to the outcome. Pile 4. Pile 4. Okay. And then let's get some wisdom of the hidden realms. Messages for pile 1 from Jupiter. Okay. Messages for pile 2 from Jupiter. Oh, this is interesting. Messages from Jupiter for pile 3. Messages from Jupiter for pile 3. And then pile 4, please. Thank you. That is pretty interesting. And then we have raise your vibration oracle messages for pile 1 from Jupiter. Messages for pile 1 from Jupiter. Messages for pile 2 from Jupiter. Messages for pile 3 from Jupiter. Messages. All right, we're gonna go there. Okay. Did I get every? Let's see. Let's see if Energy and Spirit Oracle wants to come through today. Pile 1, messages from Jupiter. Okay. Pile 2, messages from Jupiter. Oopa! Oh, whale. Whale. That's a lot. I'm not going to take that, but I will say achievement, completion, and reward came out. Oh, shit, there's even more. Divine presence. Talent guides. Okay. Pile 2, messages from Jupiter. Pile 2's messages from Jupiter. All right. Pile 3's messages from Jupiter. Pile 4's messages from Jupiter. Pile 2. That was pretty interesting, yeah? Okay. All right. I will read the, I'll read the channeled message or the collective message right before, but I'll show you the, your selector cards. First pile, we have determination. Second pile, isolation. Third pile, balance. And then fourth pile, faith. I don't think I've gotten this one before. Faith. I love that. I love that. I do also have the Celestial Tarot here. I may or may not pull a tarot during each pile. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see what happens. So the message for the collective from Jupiter is hard work of lifetimes before is paying off now. Jupiter loves you in the way that Jupiter knows, in the way that Jupiter knows that you're capable of doing hard things and learning hard lessons. Therefore, Jupiter pushed and created the ideal circumstances to foster that growth. Those of us who chose to heed the guidance, to put something down and come back to it later, to sit in the uncomfortableness and have the courage to do the shadow work, are now reaping the rewards. Congratulations, you're nearly there. Wrap up the lingering threads and get ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I spelled it E-N, capital E, lowercase n, and then capital J. So joy is a huge factor here. So that is the pile selection. Let's get into it. I wonder if you can even see me. No, I don't think you can. Not really. Let's move you back a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Let's go. Let me take a sip of water. Pile 1. Pile 1. You may want to look at pile 4. Because, I don't know, you just might want to. These are hefty piles. So, pile 1. Messages from Jupiter. Determination. If you use determination to pick this pile, your solar plexus chakra, and also going and spending time in the mountains could be working on your solar plexus chakra. Or maybe you've been doing work on your solar plexus chakra. Go to the mountains, spend time in the mountains. Or you're on your way up to the peak of a mountain. Let's see. Freedom, moving on, letting go. The number 4. I am grateful for the earth. I just said mountains. So you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Oh, also look into where Jupiter is on your birth chart, your natal chart, and see which planets are, which planets, which house is in. And then we have the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, patience. Oh, okay. And the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding. So the numbers we have are 4, 13, that's another 4, 20. Interesting. And it's, I'll get to those in a second. I'm just a little like, pile number 1, the vibe I'm getting is that you've worked really, really hard. Ooh, the sun just came out. You've worked really, really hard in moving on and letting go, because you know that in doing so, you're bringing yourself closer towards your own freedom. You've been very patient, working your way up this mountain. And because you've been patient, you followed your intuition. You've chosen to transform instead of staying stagnant. You went from the you went from the ugly duckling, black swan, black sheep to now you're getting your comeuppance. You're going to receive the generosity from Jupiter because your hard work has not gone unnoticed. Your gratitude, the time you've put into watering those seeds of transformation is coming to, they're going to be blooming into this like beautiful sunflower. For the I Am Grateful card. This card came out in the last reading I did as well, in one of the piles. I don't remember which one. So if you came from one of my last readings and this was your card, that right there is a sign of like, hey, yes, good job. Okay, you heeded the guidance and you're on your way to freedom. You're on your way to receiving the abundance that is your birthright. I believe that we're all here to experience not just the trials and the tribulations of the earthly realm and all the things that come with being in human school. We're also meant to experience the abundance and the joys and the generosity of others and, you know, like just bliss on earth as well. It's not just meant to be a prison, in my opinion. Root, protection, and the number 4 again. 444 could be an angel number for you to look into, or you may be seeing multiple 4s. Shut up, is that Jupiter? Wait, hold the phone. Hold up, I gotta see this. Hold up. Oh my God, that'd be so freaking awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh no, it's Pluto. Okay. I was getting excited. Okay. Anyway, I'll read that in a minute. And then we also have Rosemary, Ancient Memory. You know, this is pretty interesting to me because you have 3 and then 4, and there's a 3 here again. So you could be 34 or 43. The number 7 could mean something to you. You could work with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. There's this sun, right? Wait, it doesn't say sun. Okay, hold on. The line here made me think of the sun, and then there's a sun here. So, oh, and then the yellow here, spending time out in the sunshine. You could have been doing that a lot recently, and that's been helping you to really balance your energy out. We have the infinity symbol here, Archangel Metatron. Because you might work with Archangel Metatron, or this is his little nudge to you saying, hey, I'm here protecting you. I'm here working with you. Archangel Metatron works with spiritually sensitive people, so he's letting you know he's protecting you. You're protected. You could like to work with crystals, because in this rosemary card, she has this beautiful crystal wand. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. And then in the other hand, so she's got her beautiful crystal wand, and then in the other hand, she's got burning rosemary. So working with rosemary, the herb itself could be very beneficial for you. Yeah, you've lived abundant lifetimes before. So and abundance doesn't necessarily just have to be financial abundance, but you have definitely lived financially wealthy lives, because this looks like a diamond to me. And then in this Lady of the Gift card, she's got crystals there as well that also look like diamonds. Diamond ring, there could be a diamond ring. Somebody is getting a diamond ring. You're going to buy yourself a diamond ring. You're going to give somebody a diamond ring. I don't know. But anyway, like, you've had lifetimes where you've been both financially wealthy and spiritually, wealth and abundance in all its forms, whether that be loving family, beautiful relationships that are equal give and take, that aren't tit for tat, that are harmonious and high vibrational. Archangel Gabriel as well. Archangel Gabriel is in charge of communication. I work with her, and she shows up as a she for me. So maybe there could be good news coming in the next 4 days, 4 weeks, or 4 months. Maybe in August, because the end of July, up to the middle of August, because this line here gives me Leo energy, so it could be during Leo season, whenever you watch this. Yeah, you've shown determination, you've shown grit and perseverance, and not in like you came at it from a place of like, for doing it for yourself, not to prove to others what you're capable of, but doing it for yourself. And that's the real lesson there. Because yes, people can push through things and persevere by feeding off that energy of, oh, I'll show them. They didn't think I could do it. I'll show them. And that's all good and well. There's a place and a time for that. But if you get too stuck in that energy of, I'm doing it to prove to others, the foundation that whatever it is that you're working towards, the foundation you're building on isn't going to be solid, because it's coming from your power is being given away to others. When you do it for yourself, and you come from a place of like, regardless of what anybody else thinks or believes, I know I'm capable of doing this, and I'm doing this for me. That is one of that's hugely important in a soul's journey to get to that point. Wow. Okay. All right, let's move on. We have, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So for some of you, it's you're being patient with the universe because you could feel something is there. And again, we have mountains here. So you could like going hiking. You could like spending time in the forest. You could really ground there. You could have a cabin. You could like to go camping. Evergreen trees could mean something to you. But yeah, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Come on. Where was I going with that? Oh, the timing of it all. You've let go of the attachment to the timing, and because of that, you know, you're being blessed. Thank you, universe. Excuse me. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Wow. If you do feel like you haven't reached the culmination, you haven't reached the peak of that mountain for whatever abundance you're calling in, you could use this mantra to help you. I am going to pull a tarot just to see the dreams. What dreams, what gifts? Okay. King of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So you're letting go of the fear, the worry, the Ten of Swords. You're letting go of the mental chatter, the fear, the doubts. You're following your intuition. You're trusting that your intuition is guiding you. You've done a good job of believing in yourself and really building yourself up. Give me one second. I want to check on this. I want to double check for this King of Wands, because I know that the Wands is a well, some people think that there's different views, but like the Wands is like fire energy and the Swords is air energy, and that can be reversed. Some people think it's reversed. So let me just double check something really quick. You're letting go of the victimization, letting go of past wounds. Good for you. That's hard. That is hard as hell. Don't mind me. I'm taking a course and different people have different interpretations, so. Oh, and interesting. So with this King of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're going into a business that, or real estate. Maybe you're buying land somewhere to open a business. I don't know, maybe that's just for a select few. Anyway, pile one. Oh, Rosemary. I said I was going to read Rosemary. I'll read Rosemary and Rue, but otherwise I feel like it's pretty succinct message. So we have Psychic Shield, Auric Protection, Angelic Wisdom, Banisher of Darkness, Restoration of Vitality. Rue is known as the herb of grace or the blessed herb. In Spanish, it is known as ruda, and in Greek, reuo, which means to set free. Oh, and you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is like you're setting yourself free from the victim mentality and focusing on your business, focusing on following your intuition in business. Rue is said to be the herb of the angels, granting us the ability to channel the angelic realm. It emanates golden energy, like a lion, powerfully protecting and pouring in light into any space that it inhabits. Resilient, like the wide array of solar herbs, it grows generously, and the sun comes out as soon as I mention the sun. Oh my gosh. So you could really do good to spend time sunbathing. Put on SPF, you know, whatever, but like sunbathe. Connect with the sun. What was it? It grows generously and abundantly, thriving in all kinds of terrain, demonstrating its strong life force and vitality. Rue has landed in your cards today to remind you to protect your aura from lurking and possessive spirits that might be consuming your energy. Don't allow parasitic negativity to darken your field, which can create perpetual states of self-criticism, self-doubt, or self-hatred. Call upon Ru's power to shield your body with angelic forces and restore radiance, vitality, and love in your atmosphere. Well, that's an interesting message. Especially because it came up next to the King of Wands. Like the Ten of Swords is you're letting go of that victimization, but with the King of Wands, and I don't think this is like the actual meaning, but to me, like what I'm getting from it intuitively right now, like going with my intuition, trusting my intuition, is that, and especially granted what I just read about the Ru card, you're letting go of the victimization, but some people they don't like that because they liked you in your victim mentality. So it's important that you learn to, again, protect your energy, do energetic cleanses, even if the most simple thing, like everything anybody says out there of how to protect their energy, it all stems from intention, especially if you're just starting out. So set the intention, say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna stand in the sun and I'm gonna close my eyes for 5 minutes, 30 seconds, a minute, however long works for you. But go out there, close your eyes, and just, I don't know if you, like each person's different. So for me, I would just envision the golden, sparkly, glittery sunshine just raining down on me, forming this beautiful bubble around me that is impenetrable. It keeps my energy in and other people's energy out, and it stops my energy from being seeped out to anybody or anything that is not good for me. Or period, like from anybody or anything. My energy stays inside this bubble. You know, work with it how it works for you, but like it can be that simple. It can be that simple is my point. Okay, rosemary. Rosemary, rosemary, rosemary. Remembrance, ancient memory, multidimensional sight, recollection, commitment, loyalty to a vision. And you have been loyal. You've been patient. You've been determined. And because of that, Jupiter is rewarding you. Ruled by both Mercury and the planet, Mercury, the planet of the mind, and the sun. Again, you have another sun card. And I said that in the beginning too with the Leo and the sun. So definitely spend time in the sun. Okay, ruled by both Mercury, the planet of the mind, and the sun, the planet representative of our base ego and superego, rosemary embodies the holy connection, the mind of the ego to the superego, the higher mind. This card signifies past feelings and emotions are resurfacing from deep within you. You may find yourself remembering and accessing ancestral memory that resides within your DNA. Rosemary assists us in healing through multidimensional sight, reminding us to use the power of vision to see beyond the constructs of everyday life. Don't disassociate or get consumed by the veil that broadcasts emotional imbalance. Call upon rosemary as a guiding light to see beyond the veil of confusion and stay committed to the vision that moves you. So part of our in my view, part of, your auric field and energy, however you want to describe it, is, especially when it comes to people who may want us to stay in the victim mentality, to stay down, they can project, if we don't keep up with our energetic cleanliness, they can project confusion towards us so that we stay stuck. But the good thing about that is you can go out into the sun and you can clear your energy with the sun. Okay, pile number 1. That is what I have for you. Your gifts from Jupiter. I tried to get more specific, but this kind of threw me for a loop here. Yeah, I am gonna get Ace of Cups. That's like emotional fulfillment, emotional completion. I feel like this because of the what's come out with these two cards in particular, the Rue and the Rosemary. Oh, the letter R could be important for you, or could mean something to you. Your name could start with an R, or a middle initial could be an R. Yeah, so you're gonna have this, the end of the cycle is coming. You're not gonna have as much emotional turmoil. That is part of your blessings from Jupiter. Because you've been determined, you're gonna have that. I feel like for this pile, it's more, it may not be financial abundance, but more in the realm of relationships. Healthier, more fulfilling, harmonious relationships. That's it. Pile 1. I was looking for that the end of the guidance for you because I felt bad like just leaving it like that. So I'm glad that kind of ended things in that way. All right, pile 1. Thank you for joining me. I hope that was helpful. Your determination is paying off and you are on your way. Thank you, pile 1. Pile 2, messages and guidance from Jupiter. Pile 2, we have isolation, divine presence, the number 44, the force of love and creation. Okay, and then we have truth is my teacher. Interesting. The High Lord of gratitude and service, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. The web weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. The number 4, the number 2, the number 44. Jeez Louise. Oh, wow. The number 12. Interesting. That's so interesting. Okay, and we only have one of these. Ayahuasca. So this is supposed to be about, obviously, this is how you know that I don't just pick and choose cards randomly, because if I did, what I'm getting so far is that, and this is just intuitively, you've been focused on your spirituality. You've been in isolation. You're working on conscious action, okay? And connecting with the love of the Creator and creation itself. And so Jupiter is rewarding you with the truth. With the truth, and for you that truth is, that truth is that there is a divine intelligence. There is synchronicity. It's almost like for you, pal, you may not have believed in God, a higher power, whatever label you want to call it, religion, like anything. You may have said you were agnostic or atheist. You just didn't have that belief in a higher power. But something along the way has brought you to, you may have had like a tower moment. You may have had a series of events in your life where everything came crashing the fuck down, like just, and because some tower moments are good, some like, I mean, it really does depend on perspective, but for some people, like for me, for example, I can only speak about myself, like the beginning of my life, the first 27, 30 years of my life were, and not, obviously, I'm not saying it was all bad, but like the tower moments that I experienced were tower moments, like the universe, Jupiter saying, sit your butt down and get into isolation, focus on yourself, look inward, connect with the greater power, connect and see who you really are. And then as I did that, as like in the channeled message that I said at the beginning, I did the shadow work. I sat with the uncomfortableness because I had no other choice, because when you don't listen, like not, like we all have free will, but like I said, like here, Jupiter loves us in the way that Jupiter knows that we're capable of doing hard things and learning hard lessons. So therefore, Jupiter pushed and created the ideal circumstances to foster that growth. That doesn't mean that we enjoyed those circumstances. It just means those circumstances were ideal to get us to the end goal of growth. So what you did, pal, too, is you sat with that uncomfortable, painful, those difficult lessons, and in doing so, you started to see the correlation between what goes on inside and what goes on outside of us. Because when you did that inner work, you started to see, oh, little shifts here and there, micro shifts, little synchronicities here and there. Oh, that's wild. That bird just came and landed on my car. How did that happen? You know, things like that. I'm giving like examples that happened with me, but like by experiencing those synchronicities, you learned that making and having conscious action, being grateful, connecting with nature, there's a cause and effect. And that's the truth now. You know that your perspective that you have now is your truth. I don't know if that's making any sense, man. I don't know, man. Okay. So that's what Jupiter's gifting you. Because you've done that hard work, you've been in that isolation, you've been reborn, because the ayahuasca card is a number 50, which ends in a 0, which is the Fool's number, so you're at the beginning of the journey now. Jupiter. Okay, I got distracted with the symbolism, because you can see, I think you can see above the crone's head, there are 3 symbols there. You've been reborn in isolation. And now, because you've done that hard work, Jupiter will be blessing you, showing you that the universe and the planets, they don't hate us. You know, like they in fact, it's the opposite. They love us. They want to show us how strong and capable and sovereign we are. And some people are able to learn lessons. I mean, in my opinion, really getting that strong base, that strong foundation of selflessness, humility, learning who you are, and that we're all connected, like all those lessons really happens and really sticks and solidifies into a solid foundation when it's done in isolation, because there's no other competing energies to affect you. But obviously, you know, not everybody is able to go live in a hermitage. So I released time and I let the universe show me what to do. That's what you did. You released time and you let the universe show you what to do. You let the universe guide you with its infinite divine intelligence. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that What I focus on will grow. Cause and effect. In what, like, did I not? I don't know if I said that. Being conscious of your thoughts and emotions, you know that's part of cause and effect, and it brings about the synchronicities. And this is the I release. That's what you did. And because you did that, you're being blessed now. So real quick, how do I want to do this? I'll do that last. I'll do the tarot last. A, good boy. Okay. If for some reason the dogs start barking, I do apologize. I spoke it into existence, man. How to? I'm so sorry. Amazon. You're getting a delivery, pal, too. that's part of your that's part of your blessings or abundance from Jupiter. Gonna get a delivery. Ay, Shiba. Yo. Come. I may have to end this video. I'll try real quickly. So, I'm gonna read ayahuasca. Because I know Jupiter's there. Rebirth, mastery, great revelation, discovery of higher self, meeting with the creatrix, divine messenger, gifts from spirit, realization, telepathy, and transcendence. Astrological ruler, Pluto, Jupiter, and Neptune. So look into your natal chart and see where those planets are. Pluto, Jupiter, and Neptune. Boomer. I know. It's just Amazon, baby. Thank you. Okay. Hey. Oh shit. Oh my god. Ayahuasca is an ancient ceremonial brew native to the Amazon, and Amazon was just here. The synchronicity, man. Okay, pile 2. That was like that was like the bow on the present of like, yes, synchronicities are real. Oh goodness, that's so funny. Okay. So the guidance, you are mastering the power of awareness when aligning to a higher power. Ayahuasca's spirit is here to support your ascension, drawing upon ancient wisdom embedded in your DNA and the earth. Allow yourself to be shattered as you travel through the cosmic womb. Ayahuasca catalyzes purification through the cathartic release of the known, only to reveal undiscovered terrain within your soul. You are one with the magnificent brilliance of Source, the intelligence that orchestrates the great mystery. Divine intelligence, synchronicity. Bro, come on now. Where was I? No. Okay. Feeling lost in the labyrinth only comes when a loss of intentionality, conscious action, or respect happens. Feeling lost in the labyrinth only comes when only when you let go of, this makes no sense. I don't know why. Okay. Offer your greatest intentions, sacrifice your needs, being of service, selflessness, humility. Enter into the void without expectation and allow yourself to be consumed by the oceanic consciousness. Remember, dear one, that to heal the world, you must heal yourself. You are the source of love. What? Okay, pile 2. The synchronicities are abound for you, pile 2. Hold the phone. All right, let's see. Can you focus, please? There we go. I ain't make that up, okay? I did not make that up. And the fact that for some of you, you may kind of still be, like I said in the channeled message in the beginning of the reading, you may not be, you're nearing the end of the cycle. Some of the loose ends that you need to tie up are actually really, 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 really wholeheartedly believing that, you know, synchronicities aren't just happenstance. There is a divine intelligence. And the reason I say that is because so many different synchronicities happen during your pile. Literally, the words from this deck that I haven't used in forever, and I don't think I've used these two decks together. So it's like, it all just came together perfectly for you as a message from Jupiter that, hey, you're doing great. You're on the right track. You're nearing a rebirth, and your abundance is going to come in. I'm going to pull some tarot just to get like a better idea of it, but like your abundance is coming in the form of knowing your truth, your soul's truth, not your intellectual truth, but your soul's truth, your heart's truth, that there is a divine intelligence, there is a creatrix, there is a higher power, there is something bigger than us as human beings. And for you at this point in your life journey and the evolution of your different past lives till this life, you're learning this. That is your gift. Because like I can speak for myself, it was a really life was really lackluster and sad and mundane and boring, and it was like black and white when I called myself an atheist, before I had my awakening, before I had my realization that, you know, there is a divine intelligence. Synchronicity isn't just happenstance. It's not just coincidence. And it's in that choice, that pivot that I had to be like, you know what, people do believe that it is a coincidence, and that's okay. I want to live my life in a more magical way though. I want to believe that there's magic and trust that there's magic and have that be my truth. And let me tell you something, pal, too. Ever since I did that, ever since I had that conscious perception shift, whoo, life has gotten so much better. Life has gotten so much more fun, enjoyable. That also came up in my channeled message. Enjoy. Enjoy breaks down, like N being in, and then joy. Being in joy. Living life in joy. And the ability to let go of that need to be so analytical and just have this disbelief in a magical existence has been, life-changing. It's been life-changing. I started this channel. I did like little baby steps, right? Like in my own personal growth. And I'm sure with you that's the case as well, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it. But it's just, that's your gift from Jupiter. The gift of having a magical existence. Yeah. What area of your existence is Jupiter gifting you that magic in? What area of your existence is Jupiter gifting you the magic in? We have, the Three of Cups. Well, okay, sorry, that's just really funny to me. Okay. So, part 2. The reason I'm laughing is because, I don't know, man. I wanted things to, okay, let me spit my words out. The Three of Cups in this deck, there is what looks to be a female, a male, And you could say that looks like another male. Anyway, it seems to be 2 suitors for 1 person. You could have 2 suitors coming after you. You could have an abundance of choices in love. That's what I'm getting intuitively. You could have abundance of choices in love, or it could be like the 3 Musketeers. You could have like a friend group that's coming in from your period of isolation. You could be calling in friends who you're going to be like thick as thieves. You're going to be the bestest of friends. Oh, I just heard like, or you could believe in or practice witchcraft in a way of like maybe joining a coven. That's not for all of you. Or, you know, if you want to read more into this, I can do a reading for you. Reach out to me on Instagram and we can book something. But it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast, and it's going to be... You're going to reach the end of that. It's going to be what you want. Because I look at the 10 of Wands as like your hard work and passion and the fight that you had to go through really is it's going to land you, you know, the friend group or the spouse or life partner, you know, whatever term you want to use of your dreams. I just want to double check real quick for the 10 of Wands. I want to see what the common... Completion, contentment, relief, yeah. But for Wands, it is... Let's go see. Oh, you could be moving, taking work in a new direction. Oh, yes, 3 of Cups could also be a collaborative work situation. You could be teaming up with 2 people for business, for some of you. For others of you, what I read intuitively still stands, but for some of you, it could be business related. You could be going in a new direction business-wise with 2 new people. Could be new or existing, and for others it could be actually like moving your business. Okay, pile number 2, that's it for you. Thank you for joining me. We have Judgment on the bottom of the deck, pile number 2, so that's like your Judgment is like, you know, oh, Archangel Gabriel could want to work with you. And for Judgment, it's communication. So maybe somebody's coming in with a business offer, or a romantic offer, or a friendship offer. Either way, in any way, it's all good. It'll be good. It'll be for your benefit. It is your blessing from Jupiter. Pile 2, thank you for joining me, and I hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Keep up the good work, and we will talk soon. Thank you. Pile 3, we have balance. Balance. Pile 3. Mindfulness. Peaceful presence. Quiet mind. My aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. Off the bat, because you've been practicing mindfulness, because you've been quieting the chatter, going out of your way to find your peace, to make your peace even, for some of you. Because of that, Jupiter's like, hey, You've proven that you're capable and ready and willing to not squander these golden opportunities. Dream walker. Oh, there's a little golden dragon. Oh, you may want to go to like, oh, and there's a heron too. And a fairy. That's cute. You got the dragon realm, the animal realm, and the fairy realm working with you. You could have played the flute or an air instrument. You could have air placements. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. You could, I'm getting like the Polynesian Islands or the Pacific. How cool. Dreamwalker. Dreamwalker. How 3. Maybe you've been doing dream journaling. Or, I don't know. Okay, so you've found the balance in going after your dreams without going after your dreams at the expense of others. You've found the balance of this understanding that your dreams don't have to take away from other people's dreams. Like, that's an illusion. The idea that there's not enough for everybody, or that, you know, in order for you to succeed, somebody else has to fail. Instead, you've learned that there is a collective good that we can help each other to succeed and have our dreams be met. You've come to that peaceful resolution for some of you. There was some sort of collective bargaining agreement. Maybe you joined a union. Maybe you didn't believe in unions, and then you really sat with yourself and looked at why you didn't, and then came to the conclusion that it was good for everybody. I don't know. That's like a real side message. But back to the blessings from Jupiter. You found balance, the rest of you, or it could be, you know, you found the balance that having your dream life can come to you through quieting the mind and finding balance. Oh, Damiana, the number 11. Oh, we have the number 1 here, the number 8, and then the number 11. You could be seeing crows or ravens. Or herons, birds in general. That's so interesting. Some of you have overthought in the past. Your mind has taken over, but you've quieted your mind, dispelled the illusions that were only in your mind and not in reality by getting into balance, balancing your feminine and masculine energy. And in doing so, the golden opportunity that is coming to you is your beloved. I say that because the card is literally Damiana, and it says the beloved. I will read from the guidebook, but because you were able to quiet your mind, because you were able to find that balance within yourself, you've shown Jupiter that you are ready to be able to have a harmonious relationship with a significant other, with a partner, with a beloved, without squandering it. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. No way. Maybe you were able to see yourself for the first time with the eyes of love. If not, I mean, I think that's kind of inherent in, you know, the spiritual journey, is finding that self-love. And, you know, the saying, others can't love you until you love yourself. Not truly love you, like where you're capable of receiving it without self-sabotaging and pushing it away. And so because you've quieted the mind, you've found that balance, you've dispelled that illusion that you're not worthy of love. Because you've done that, maybe somebody's coming back around and you can see them for who they really are, not who you thought they were based off the illusions of self-sabotage that you had. For some of you, for others of you, somebody else is going to see you for the first time in a loving way, in a romantic way, whereas in the past they didn't. We have to begin the practice of allowing. I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. So Jupiter's coming through to say, hey boo-boo, guess what? You want love, you want that romantic partnership, you want the love of a lifetime, you gotta get out the way. You gotta let us lead. You did the work, you did, you know, the introspection, you quieted your mind, you found your peace, you let go of those illusions. Now let us show you the way. Let us show you the way to your beloved. Okay, let's read from this beautiful deck, by the way, the Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Ayales. I love this deck. It is just chef's kiss. So good. Okay. Magnetism, attraction. My aura is magnetic. You are attracting the love of your life, pile 3. Okay? Keep up the balance. It's a tightrope, you know, like, but you can do this. You got this, okay? So, magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, finding the beloved within. For some of you, if you're not interested in a relationship with another person, you're letting go of the shadow of your past. You're not judging yourself for your past. You're looking at your past with loving compassion and seeing yourself for the first time through the eyes of love, the way the divine and Jupiter sees you. And because you're doing that, your aura is becoming magnetic and you are attracting in, maybe for those of you who aren't looking for a romantic relationship, it's actual financial abundance, you know? Or it could be that you may not be looking for a relationship, but a relationship is looking for you in order to bring in that financial abundance. There is that for some of you. Okay, Venus and Pluto are the ruler of the Damiana. Guidance. Damiana represents the universal principle of the beloved, within relationships and within ourselves. The alchemy of polarity is what we're made of, and this integration of opposites is that which births the beloved. This card represents the journey of coming together and reuniting within oneself. A lover, friend, family member, or any important person in your life. You are in an important period of making choices and establishing healthy boundaries, especially with those you'd like to deepen and expand, or those that you feel the need to shed or distance yourself from. Damiana reminds us of the importance of shaking off rigidity that often depletes creative reserves and sacred play. If you feel unsatisfied and emotionally unavailable, even to those whom you love, take the time to be in solitude and nourish yourself, nourish your creative centers. Often, separation becomes the basis to reunite once again in a higher frequency. True self-love is the key to lasting relationships with others and most importantly with yourself. And the sun came out from behind the clouds as if to say, yes, that is the main message from Jupiter. Keep loving yourself, finding that balance. And when you find yourself starting to lose your balance a little bit, Quiet your mind and return to your mindfulness practice because it's been doing you wonders. Yeah, I think this is pretty much self-explanatory. Pile 3. Wow, that was a quickie. Good for you. Good for you. Go get some Damiana flowers. Yeah. Archangel Gabriel could be looking to work with you. And the planet Venus as well. Pile 3, thank you for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed the reading. I don't know, didn't want to do that, but we have the pile 4. Just going all out of order. Pile 4, we have faith. We have faith, and then we have up from the depths, releasing difficulty in reverse, which is a number 6. And then we have facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. I'm gonna go this way. And then we have your sensitivity is a gift. Ooh, the River Queen. Flow, letting go. That is the second time. Okay, we have flow, letting go, natural movement, the River Queen, the number 36. So that's the second 6. 2 6s. 6 is the number of harmony, releasing. Also, I just want to say, okay, first things first, pile 4. All the other piles, this setup was different. The placements of the cards was different. So that's, you know, just take that how you will. I'm sure there's a reason I said that. And also this getting a, so when I first started your pile, let's just rewind. When I first started your pile, I was only going to shuffle the deck and then put it down and then put your cards out because I had a feeling I was going to be pulling from the Celestial Tarot. But even so, I always did that last in the other piles that I did pull for. So for some of you, this is just like a little side message. Well, no, actually it's not a side message. It's part of all of this. It's having the faith that in letting go and going with the flow. Because if I wasn't going with the flow, I would have been like, oh no, let me just put that back. Or I would have been so rigid in sticking to the placements of the cards that I had for the other piles, because that's what I did for the other piles. But in going with the flow, this is coming out in its own little message for you that, you know, trust and have faith that everything will come full circle. Everything, your gift is coming. Your hard work is paying off. Because this is, the facing shadow removes darkness from the world is kind of like, I feel like it's, and especially given these other cards, it's really difficult for me to speak. Give me 1 second. Okay, pile 4. A few things. You really need to ground your energy. For sure, you need to ground your energy. And I feel like with this up from the depths in reverse, for some of you, your shadows, your shadow work, because I also mentioned that in the channel reading, Jupiter, a message from Jupiter was, hard work of lifetimes before is paying off now. Jupiter loves you in the way that Jupiter knows you're capable of doing hard things and learning hard lessons. Therefore, Jupiter pushed and created the ideal circumstances to foster that growth. Those of us who chose to heed the guidance had the courage to do the shadow work, to sit in the uncomfortableness are now reaping the rewards. Congratulations, you're nearly there. Wrap up the lingering threads and get ready to enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's important for you, Pile 4, because I feel like, ooh, you're treading water, right? You've done the bulk of the heavy lifting in releasing, you know, how do I say this? So, again, I'm going to speak for myself. For a period of time, I got so used to doing the shadow work that I kind of formed my identity around it. Around the one who suffers, around the one who has unbelievably, insanely terrible things manifest in her life, but she overcomes it, you know? She's so strong, right? I had formed an attachment to that identity for a brief minute, for a brief while. But what I learned is that by letting go of that identity, of, you know, the shadow worker, of emotions are ultimately chemical responses in our brains. And we can become addicted to those emotions, good or bad, because it's all just a chemical. So that's just a little tidbit. But once we're aware of the fact that emotions are chemicals, we can then switch our perception up to be like, okay, right, this is a chemical response. My emotions are not who I am. So how about I force myself to laugh, even just for a few minutes, or force myself to smile, you know? How about I do something to switch it up so that my brain can start creating the chemicals that are associated with the good feelings, the happy feelings. That's just a tidbit for some of you. So you've come up from the depths, right? That's the name of this card, up from the depths. But you're almost there. You're so close. But you're kind of holding on to that victim mentality. You're holding on to that victim mentality, and been there. Hi, nice to meet you. Former victim saying hello, letting you know it's possible to escape it, to get out of it, to transform from it. It's not in vain either, because facing your shadows, it removes the darkness from the world. It does. So you're helping the collective, and I know it's been hard to keep your faith, but you're doing a great job. You're almost there, okay? You're almost there. And I know you're a sensitive person as well, because your sensitivity is a gift. You could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You could like mermaids. You could be 36 or 39. So Jupiter's message to you is, you've done it. Okay, you've gone through the bulk of it. You're so close. Keep the faith, okay? Keep the faith that things are getting better, that your sensitivity is a gift. Keep the faith, okay? Cacao, initiation. You're going through an initiation right now. Okay, that makes more sense. Because it's like this was, for all the other piles, again, pile number 4, all the other piles were so different. You may want to protect your crown chakra. Maybe do like a cleansing ceremony for your crown chakra, or ritual, or just take a shower. When you're in the shower, turn counterclockwise 3 times with the intention that you are cleansing and clearing your crown chakra. For each turn, you say, I'm cleansing and clearing my crown chakra. Just a little tool for you to use help to cleanse and clear your crown chakra. And you can practice veiling, which is wearing a hat or a scarf around your head when you're around other people, or when you are tuning into your energy or opening up to receive information, just so that the energy or so you don't get overwhelmed, because you are a sensitive person. For sure, you're a sensitive person. You're psychic, which is why this has been so damn hard for you, because you're psychic and empathetic. I mean, you could be an empath, you could identify with being an empath. And there is something out there that I do want to say. It is so disempowering, and it got me too for a while, to say, oh, you know, I'm an empath, so I'm like a sponge. No, having that frame of mind then makes you give up your sovereignty as a sovereign energetic being. Like, yes, I am empathetic, but that does not mean that I will allow anybody else's energy to infiltrate mine, which is why I stress the need for energetic hygiene, meaning cleansing and clearing your energy daily when you wake up, when you go to bed, especially if you're so sensitive, as I believe you are. Once I started my energetic practice, my energetic hygiene practices, and I stuck with them, it's been night and day. The difference in my own personal mood, in my ability to handle my own shadows and find that balance and cope with and go with the flow, has been so much easier for me. So I highly, this is like Jupiter's coming in, like, yes, you're doing great, but also you need to really, really focus on your energetic hygiene, because you've been keeping the faith. You've been doing a really good job. It has not been easy, your journey. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Given the color scheme of the cards, like, no, like, you've been through it, pile number 4. Jupiter is going to show you that your sensitivity is a gift. It is a blessing, okay? I didn't always believe mine was a blessing. Hell no, I used to think it was a curse. Like, why the hell did I choose to come to this life and be so damn sensitive that I gotta deal with everybody else's damn emotions and help them? No. When you shift your perception, you take back your power, you do the energetic cleansing and grounding. It does take effort, but over time, it becomes effortless when you continue with it. Okay, pile 4. When I'm in alignment with love, with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Oh, I just said it. I just said it. I love it how that freaking happens, bro. Okay, look. When I'm in alignment, when my energy is clear and protected, what does it say? My peace cannot be disrupted. Your peace cannot and will not be disrupted when you prioritize it by making that conscious effort to do the things that will help you. Okay? When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. That was the other thing. It was really difficult for me, especially depending on the people I was around, without doing, so 3 things. If I didn't do the energetic hygiene practices and I was around specific people, ooh, good Lord, the idea of being joyful seemed impossible. It was impossible because I was taking on their energy without knowing it. So much of my life, I was transmuting other people's energies by feeling it and processing it. That was transmutation. for them, on behalf of them. So they would leave the interaction feeling so much better. Well, here I am being like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why is it that I'm suddenly feeling this way when everything was perfectly fine before this interaction? And it took time, but that's part of the awakening that you've been going through. That's part of the lessons that Jupiter is helping you learn this lifetime, at this point in your life. I lost track. I did 1, 2. So 1 was energetic hygiene. 2 was what? Limiting interactions with people you know affect you negatively. Because it takes time for us to build up the process of the energetic hygiene to the point where we're confident enough in it, and we have the faith that it will do what we intend it to do. So make sure to limit your exposure to people who affect you in such a way until, you know, you feel more comfortable with being around them, or not at all. For some people, it's not, you know, the lessons were learned and it's no longer beneficial for either of you to interact. But then it's so much easier to actually feel and embody the joy. And from the channeled message, enjoy, being in joy. Because when we do that, Jupiter says, hey, you're doing great. Let me continue to bless you. But you're getting there, Pile 4. You're getting there. You're doing a good job. In stillness, I receive. In stillness, I receive. There's also a side message of letting go of the need to control or direct these blessings that are coming from Jupiter. And just opening up to receive. Surrendering and just being like, okay, look, I don't know what blessings, I don't know how, I don't know who, where, what, whatever. I don't know why, but I'm opening up to these blessings and I receive them with gratitude and joy. And then we have the 10 of Wands. It's going to be fast once you start to do this. I was wondering why I didn't look at this until the end, but Jupiter's blessings are coming in. You know, you're almost there, Pile 4. You've got like this much left. You're 60. Some of you are 60, some of you are 70% of the way there. So just hold the faith, keep the faith. You're going through an initiation right now, but on the other side, joy abounds. Leaps, you'll be so grateful to have gone through this initiation. And I say that having gone through multiple initiations. Because if I didn't know the depths of the lows, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the highs. And to be able to see my sensitivity as a gift that it is. In time, you'll get there if you're not there already. I am going to read from the Herbal Astrology deck, the number 38, Cacao. Cacao, initiation, spiritual test, revelation, access to the cosmic heart, divine love, light beings, channeling languages of light. Astrological ruler is Uranus and Venus. You could have ancestors in you could have Mayan ancestry. Why was that so difficult to say? Okay, anyway, guidance. Quetzal. Okay. The Aztecs. This is a long one. Let me just, bear with me 1 second. Forward. I just want to make sure it's still, okay, we're coming up on the end. So I'm going to give you a screenshot. There we go. I'm going to give you time to take a screenshot for the cacao. Okay. just so you can read it. Maybe look into Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, god of the Aztecs. And there is actually one more card for you. The Ten of Pentacles. That's funny. I wonder if you could have seen that because I put the, can you even see? So right here, hold on, let me just. So I had put down the tarot deck earlier, but this card was sticking out from the bottom, and I'm like, I kind of feel like things didn't quite, you're gonna get the financial abundance is like, that you're looking for, that, you know, everybody wants. You're gonna get it, it's coming, and it's coming fast. As soon as you let go, you go with the flow, you embrace the fact that you're in an initiation right now. I am gonna read for you just because I feel like I want to see what this reverse card has to do. And then, as I was pointing that out, we have past life guides, karmic lessons, present assistance. So in addition to Jupiter creating the conditions for you to grow, you have past life guides. So I will read that for you, pile 4, just because I feel like you needed a little bit more. Your soul moves from lifetime to lifetime, and great bonds are forged in families and during such shared experiences as love, gain, and loss. This card indicates the presence of past life guides, people you connected with long ago who want to assist you with your karmic lessons now. Jupiter, I mean, wow. Okay, sorry. Jupiter is creating those experiences. And I think this, if you're seeing this reading, this is part, your past life guides are being like, hey, we can help you with this. You're so close. Be open to us. Call on us for help. You know, they're there for you. You have to ask for help though, because we all have free will. So they're not just going to intercede. I mean, and certain things they intercede with because it's been, you agreed to it before incarnation, but other things it's like, okay, we need to know if you need help, so tell us you need help and we can help you. All right. Some have very specific intentions that actually rekindle their previous influences. For example, a husband from a past life could help bring a new husband to you in this life. A business partner from a previous incarnation may aid you in professional decisions now. Someone who was once your spiritual teacher may be currently giving you guidance or leading you to an important new practice. So if you have present questions, ask your past life guides to bring the understanding you need. You may even get a sense of past events and understand their relevance in a current situation. If you're trying to manifest love, healing, or financial success, invite the assistance of your caring past life connections who are with you still and have more power than you think. Call on them to help you. They will help you in ways you won't even believe. Okay, and then we have this 6. Oh, 6, 7. 7, 6. 13, the number 4. Oh, we got 36. Interesting. So those numbers, and 38. Okay, those numbers could be interesting. It could be good for you to look up. Okay. Up from the depths, releasing difficulty. Oh, I didn't, hold on. Your affirmation to call on these past life guides is gonna be, the phone. Actually, pile 4 here is your affirmation. Okay, and then we have this card reversed, the Up from the Depths card, brings a warning that a difficult passage may be on the horizon, or it may have already begun. In your case, I feel like it's already begun. Are you giving away your power to others? Didn't I say that? Oh boy. Hold on, let me just let you take a picture. Well, cause like, it's like, If so, it's time to muster up the courage to speak out and take action on your own behalf. Protect your energy, call back your power. You may be heading in an unwanted direction personally. Are you engaging in patterns of isolation or overindulgence? Even if you've been submerged in emotional darkness or fear, it is not too late to take control and reverse your direction. Consider all your options and remember your soul's power. You have the ability to choose your own direction now. You may want to seek professional help, but you don't have to live life this way any longer. You're not alone. Your spirit guides are willing to bring their love, healing, and wisdom to your every step, your every choice, to every single experience. For real, I'm just gonna let you read this. I'm gonna let you take a screenshot, Pile 4, because this is important for you to know. You have a choice. It may not feel like that, but you have a choice. I'm telling you from personal experience, you have a choice. Like, I've struggled myself with with depression, anxiety, PTSD, CPTSD, like alphabet soup over here, okay? I'm telling you, you are so much stronger than you believe you are. And your guides want you to know that too, okay? Like, don't give up. Like, hang in there. Jupiter wants you to know, like, keep the faith, okay? Keep the faith. You can do this. You're so freaking powerful. It may feel overwhelming, but that's only because you're not, because maybe you didn't know to protect your energy. Or maybe you didn't know a way. A simple way, a real simple way, is to close your eyes and you can envision a white light or a gold light, whatever color really works for you. Envision it just completely enveloping your body. And then set the intention that what's yours is yours and your energy is yours and it cannot be impacted or affected or influenced by anybody else. And say it with your chest. Believe it, okay? Believe it in your bones. And by believing it, you empower that energy to be strong and infused with your belief and your intention. And it does the work. It does the work for you. Keep the faith, Pile 4. You got this, okay? I am sending you so much love. For you in particular, Pile 4, I feel like, you know, with Reiki, the Reiki energy that I'm infusing into this video, if you say yes, if you, like with every pile, I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, but with Reiki, I can't just send it to you without your consent. But if you give your consent, you know, it is my intention that you receive this Reiki healing to really help you keep the faith and believe in your own power, okay? Pile 4, I'm sending you so much love. What do you have the 7 of Cups under at the bottom of the deck for you. This is just the very last one. All aspects of life are overwhelming or needing to make more time for spirit. So yeah, you need to take time, Pile 4. You need to take time to meditate. Even just go outside, you know, sit in the sun, listen to the birds, listen to your surroundings. Maybe go sit by a brook, listen to the water running. Even if you do that for a couple of minutes a day, that can become your meditation practice, you know? I hope this helps, Pile 4. Thank you. Okay, hang in there, Pile 4. You got this. You're a fucking badass. Keep up the good work, Pile 4.